IPL. Still playing.
Well, he hasn't been in the Big Bash circuit, and he wants to get back on the T20 circuit after having a little bit of a break. Moose. Slow delivery. And got what it deserved.
Yeah, we saw that in the first game when England lost to Nepal, that the bowlers were going with those slower deliveries, and I think at times, unless you disguise it really well, it just makes it easier. Into the surface surely is better. End of another expensive over. 15 from it. Australia 46 for 1. 4 pools then. South Africa, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Australia, England, Nepal, India, Pakistan, UAE, and Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Oman. Got to try and get in those top 2 if you want to be part of the Cup competition. Ethan Brooks then into the attack. That isn't the best to start again. Into the surface. Easy 6, and Australia have 50 up in 11 deliveries.
Too short, just sat there. Heslett loves it in that area.
8 sixes, no 4s. I said 11, it's 13 deliveries. In the air. No fielders out there unless you're in the crowd. Dealing in 6s here. Trouble for England. Australia on the march.
9 boundaries for Australia, 9 sixes. England are having a bit of trouble keeping it in the area of play, and yet again there's the 10-6.
15 deliveries, 10 sixes so far. Just ridiculous. Dan Christian is striking at 300. His partner 416.
Did that hit the cut surface?
They're just going to check this. Just. That is so close to not even hitting the cut surface.
Well, umpires are just checking to make sure that that wasn't a no ball because it was outside the tram lines.
Into the gap. Another boundary for Dan Christian. Not looking good for England at the moment. No wonder you've got a smile on your face, Brad Hogg.
Well, finally they've been able to keep it within the boundary rope. But again, it's another bit of punishment for a 4 instead of a 6. That's the first 4 of the innings.
This is 6 again. Straight over Ravi Bopara. 6 to finish. 29 from that over. And Australia are flying. 75 for 1. This partnership from just 15 deliveries, and England in all sorts of trouble. If you're just joining us, they lost their opening game against Nepal. They were thrashed. And at the moment, one of their biggest rivals, Australia, who were put into bats by Ravi Bopara, 18 deliveries, 11 sixes, 75 for 1. Samit Patel into the attack. Experienced left arm spinner. And these two will know all about each other. Samit Patel and Dan Christian, who played together in Nottinghamshire in England for a long time. Successful combination. "1-0 to Dan Christian. Got underneath it. He knew what Samit Patel was trying to do. Just his 4th six.
Patel looking for the Yorker. Just getting it slightly full.
Trying to make excuses for England. I don't want to make excuses for England, but that is just poor fielding. Ethan Brooks, who conceded 29 from his 6 deliveries, no reason to have a smile on your face. Basics. Another 6. 13 sixes, Brad Hogg. I'm going to leave this to you for the next 3 overs, if you don't mind.
You attack the feet, you attack wide, you attack straight out the stumps, and it's just boundary after boundary. And that, again, has gone all the way.
Just have to check this. When we were looking then, Brad Hogg, it looked like it just sneaked over, but the umpire just wants to check. Full toss to Dan Christian. 67 this partnership from just 19 deliveries. Does it go over the cushioning? Does it? Yes, absolutely. 6. So 44 from 10. He's just one shot away from retiring, the captain of Australia. Australia are closing in on 100. Not even reached the end of the 4th. Got it finally in the block hole. So a single to finish the 4th. 24 from it. Australia 99 for 1. Just seen how difficult it's been for England. Tried to think of excuses for him, Brad Hogg. Time difference. Surely England have the worst time difference. It's what? It's 7:20 in the morning. For you, Brad Hogg, it's on the same. Where you live in Australia, exactly the same as it is here.
Well, for all the players that have come over from Australia, they're three hours ahead.
3 hours.
We're getting into the evening. It'll be dinner time for these guys.
8 hours, the difference for England. 8 hours. Anyway, that's excuses. They've just not bowled well at the moment. Ravi Bopara then with the 5th. 45 from 11 for Dan Christian. This one will race away, takes him to 49. And just a shot away from his half century.
Well, that's good batting. A man in, looking for 10 runs off 2 balls rather than just hitting the 6 and then having to retire.
Down the ground. Can Brooks stop it? He can, so a pick up 2. He'll have to retire unless he's run out. No. That is the end of an excellent innings from the Australian captain. 51 from 13 deliveries. Australia have 10 balls remaining. And Christian, well, he retires for 51.
Fantastic performance. We've seen a couple of 50s today from the Pakistan game. 2 off 12 balls, but Daniel Christian, 50 off 13, was unbelievable batting. Good hitting display. We have Alex Ross coming to the crease. He's a very good sweeper against spin. He loves the ball coming onto the bat as well.
definitely sweepologist. Alex Ross, but he's up against the experience of Rovi Bopara, part of the first England men's team to win an ICC Trophy 2010 T20 World Cup, Barbados. Against the same opposition there. Got nothing else to cheer on, sorry Huggy.
You shouldn't be looking behind, mate, should be looking forward.
I'm trying to.
There's an Ashes around the corner next year.
And I hope England play better than they've done here in the Hong Kong Sixes. Another boundary. 1-1-1 for one.
Well, this over's probably been one of the best that England have produced today. Well, 50 after 2, 100 after 4. Only 11 runs off this fifth over from Bopara.
That'll be another maximum. Don't worry about that. As soon as you just hear it, you know. 42 metres. Brad Hogg, even I fancy hitting sixes on this surface. And I was hopeless.
Well, where were you at bat? Number 6, you'd hope that you weren't going to get a bat.
Remember, I played for England and Derbyshire for a long time. I got a bat quite regularly. England was normally number 8, so I'd be in the first 5 overs of a test match. ...18 runs from the first 5 deliveries then. Clips. And a boundary to finish. 22 from it. We've got an over left and Australia 1-2-1 for 1. Good, solid Australian team there. Lots of bases covered with batting and bowling, the pace and the spin. Fawad and Pattinson. Samir Patel will be the bowler to bowl 2 overs, 24 from his first. It off was quite wide, and Samir Patel can't quite believe that he's conceded 4 off his first delivery.
Well, you've only got 4 fielders, 2 on the offside and no deep mid-off. Pretty easy pickings for Ross.
Clipped. And into space. 8 from the first 2. Surely Australia maybe get to what, 140, 145 from here? Well, he may have to bowl that again. Keep your eye out on square leg. Is that over waist height? I don't think it is. 3 balls, 3 boundaries. Second highest score so far in this day 1 of the Hong Kong Sixes. Top edge 6. Not getting any better for England. So good for Australia.
So that's why he's called the sweepologist. Full toss. Gets it fine. Very difficult customer to bowl to if you're bowling spin.
It must be a Damien Fleming with that sweepologist. The bowlologist, as he calls himself. Into the gap again. 1-1 147 is the highest total so far. Doesn't matter how many balls England bowl with, they're getting dealt with. Last ball, and this is clubbed again. Equals the highest score of the tournament so far. Australia win their first game. 6 overs, they were put into bat. And they get themselves to 147 for 1. Put into bat then, Australia in their opening game in day 1. Ravi Bopara decided he wanted to have a bowl